Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. This is all Superman related news that happened during the week February 24th to March 1st, 2012. NukeTheFridge.com has posted a new but blurry photo taken during location filming for Man of Steel at Edwards Air Force Base, which shows Henry Cavill as Superman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and a person who appears to be Archie Trower as Feora. Along with the photo, they claim to have seen footage and received a spoiler description for the story behind the scenes shot at that location. Read the complete report at NukeTheFridge.com. IFC.com caught up with Michael Shannon at the Film Independent Spirit Awards and asked him just how terrifying his General Zod will be in Man of Steel. He said he's actually not a very scary guy, he's just trying to do his job just like anybody. Meanwhile, photos have emerged of Henry Cavill and Russell Crowe both attending scuba training for Man of Steel at the Below H2O Dive Centre. Not sure what the story is behind those photos, but interesting indeed. Justice League Doom was released this week on February 28th. To promote its release, Warner Home Video made available interview videos with Carl Lumley, who voices the role of Martian Manhunter, and Michael Rosenbaum, who voices the role of The Flash, as well as an interview with Nathan Fillion, who reprises his role as Green Lantern. Speaking of Nathan, you've got to check out episode 7 of The Daily Show on YouTube. It's a 5-minute video written and directed by Ben Shelton, starring Tim Daly, his son Sam Daly, with special guest Nathan Fillion, and a special appearance by Michael Rosenbaum. It's quite hilarious, check it out. Warner Home Video released the DVD cover artwork for the upcoming Superman vs. the Elite animated movie, along with the description of the film. The description reads, "The Elite, a team of superpowered anti-heroes, is renowned for killing their enemies. Despite the acclaim and approval the Elite enjoy, Superman knows they are in the wrong, creating more harm than good by their methods. Tensions between them finally culminate in a mass showdown on Jupiter's moons when Superman is forced to prove that violence is never a positive." The world premiere of Superman vs. the Elite will take place at WonderCon 2012 on Friday, March 16th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Movieline.com had an exclusive excerpt from the updated book Tales from Development Hell by film journalist and biographer David Hughes. A chapter of the book discusses the life and death of the never-made Batman vs. Superman film that Warner Brothers hoped would revive both the Batman and Superman franchises in the early 2000s. Reportedly, the studio was excited about the script written by Andrew Kevin Walker, with rewrites by Akiva Goldsman. You can buy the book from our online store now. In TV news, NetworkAwesome.com has put together an extensive collection of examples of Superman being used to promote products and services over the years. Running at just over half an hour, the collection of videos is well worth a watch and includes many Superman TV commercials from the past 60 years. In comic book news, USA Today has published an article and interview with Justice League comic book creative team Jeff Johns and Jim Lee, in which they discuss upcoming issues of the top-selling monthly title. Jeff Johns said in issue number 6, "You'll see why they're a team, but just because they're a team doesn't mean they're all on the same page, and it doesn't mean they'll all want to be there, and it doesn't mean that they'll suddenly become friends overnight, or ever." Voices from Krypton grabbed an audio interview with writer Brian Q. Miller to find out what kind of Superman we'll be reading about in the upcoming Smallville Season 11 comic book series. The first issue of Smallville Season 11, written by Brian Q. Miller, will hit shelves on May 2nd. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Superman number 6, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who said, "I literally enjoyed every minute reading this," and he gave it a 5 out of 5 score. Sean Morrissey reviewed Teen Titans number 6, giving it a 1 out of 5, saying, "I don't think I've ever read a less interesting comic book in recent years." While James Lance looked back in time to February 1985 to review Superman The Secret Years number 1, which he rated a 3 out of 5. Superman comic books available this week from February 29th include DC Universe Online Legends number 24, Superman appears in Batman Beyond Unlimited number 1, Justice League number 6, which is available in not just one variant cover, but 2, and also a combo pack. Justice League number 4 is available in a second printing, and Justice League of America Archives Volume 10 hardcover.
Okay folks, let's face it, a fridge without magnets isn't much of a fridge. So decorate your fridge with a wide range of Superman fridge magnets, like these Batman and Superman character magnets for just $5.65. or the Superman 701 magnet could be yours for just $2.96. These magnets and more are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman Homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop.
In other news, I'm pleased to announce the official release of the Superman Homepage iPhone app. Professionally produced by GUI.com, the Superman Homepage app is available for iPhones, iPods and iPads and can be downloaded for free from the iTunes Store now. Episode 86 of Radio KAL, the monthly podcast of the Superman Homepage, is now available to listen to. In this month's show, Scotty and I discuss Justice League Doom, Superman vs. the Elite, Man of Steel news, Smallville Season 11 comics, DC Nation on Cartoon Network, Young Justice Legacy video game, the latest Superman comic books, Sonic Justice League Tots and more. Be sure to also check out The Last Son of Krypton Chapter 86 and Lost Daughter of Krypton Chapter 58 audio dramas from pendantaudio.com. Superman Homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated this week. The 3 questions we're asking you this month are: what date is Clark Kent's birthday traditionally celebrated on? What was the title of the 1940s Superman radio series saga in which Superman went up against a group similar to the Ku Klux Klan? And what are the names of the 4 original members of the Elite as seen in Action Comics number 775? If you think you know the answer to all 3 questions, come by the site now to submit your entry. A sculpture of a melting Superman is currently on display on the front lawn of the Singapore Art Museum. Titled No One Can Save Us Now, the larger-than-life sculpture was created as part of the Singapore show Future Proof exhibition. According to its creator, the sculpture represents the gradual decline of hope. A bleak outlook indeed. Last but by no means least, we celebrated Superman's birthday this week on February 29th. Why February 29th? Well, editor Julius Schwartz declared that Superman's birthday was on February 29th on a number of letter pages during the Silver Age. Supposedly, this is how Superman stays looking so young. After all, he only has a birthday every 4 years. Happy birthday, Superman. And that's all the Superman news there was for the week February 24th to March 1st. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone and welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V and thanks for watching. By the way, happy birthday to Superman. That's right, February 29th is widely considered by many to be the specific birth date of Superman, while Clark Kent's birthday is at many different times depending on the story that you read. February 29th was originally coined as Superman's birthday by editor Julie Schwartz at the time during the Silver Age. The individual, the joke was that Superman was born on February 29th because he only has a birthday every 4 years, so when anyone asked why he never looked like he aged, it was because while we were all aging 1 year at a time, he only went up a year every 4 years, and it could have been used to explain Kryptonian aging. Possibly the Kryptonian year was longer, and possibly Kryptonians lived longer lives because of that longer year, and maybe that even translated once Superman moved to the Earth, and that was his new birthplace. Now, depending on the show you watch, Superman's birthday changes as well. Clark Kent on Smallville, for instance, was said to have been found in May of 1987, and that's because it's the most recent incarnation, and Clark was going to be much younger in that show, so that by the time the show began its current timeline in 2001, Clark had to appear as if he were in high school. So 1987 in May, as opposed to on Lois and Clark, where it was also in May, but it was on May 17th that Martha and Jonathan found Clark in the cornfield. And usually the date that Martha and Jonathan find Clark is the day that they use as a birthday. On Kryptonopolis, which is the capital of Krypton, supposedly Kal-El was born sometime in October. So as you can see in the many varying adaptations of Superman, his birthday changes. Now, one of our very own writers, contributors, he does a podcast, he does all kinds of crazy things, and he hosts Radio KAL Live with our very own Steve Younis. Michael Bailey has also a birthday on February 29th, so even though he's only about 9 years old, I want to wish him a very, very happy birthday. And how cool is it to have a birthday on February 29th? along with our Man of Steel. It must be quite exciting. And I wonder, did he always have Superman-themed birthdays? I know that I did. And as you can see here, I'm almost celebrating now myself. I've got some cups here for all the people I expect to come over, and they're all Superman themed. I've got my Superman button, and all of this to celebrate our love of the Man of Steel. And who better to have a wonderful, exciting birthday than the one who inspires us all to constantly do better and enjoy our lives by helping others and doing the right thing whenever we can. Happy birthday, Superman, and happy birthday, Michael Bailey. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And remember, always look up in the sky.